From commercial trucks unable to fuel up at co-ops, the company's website, down to nearly 8,000 students in the Cowichan district learning without internet for the last week of school, Co-op and District 79 seem to be the latest victims of a cyber attack.
The most likely explanation is that this is some form of a cyber attack, and a ransomware attack in particular is the most likely option.
Cybersecurity experts say schools make soft targets for ransomware gangs.
School districts are not resourced to protect themselves like a government or a global bank, so they are easier targets to hit.
School districts have to design their own IT systems, which can house very sensitive information. Without standardization, they don't all get it right.
We have seen things like teachers' disciplinary records and salary information end up online. Details of sexual assaults by and against named people within the school community. So these incidents do have the potential to be really, really bad.
Cowichan Valley School District's cyber incident, possibly just the latest in a much larger pattern.
We've seen a continued surge in attacks across North America on education in general, but K-12 specifically, since the pandemic began.
But the threat doesn't stop at schools.
We're in a mess. It's part of what I would say is the worst year on record ever for British Columbia.
We have reason to believe that a state or state-sponsored actor was involved.
This year, BC's own government faced several cyber attacks, the province's Solicitor General saying their systems face an onslaught daily.
There are about 1.5 billion attempts a day to access government systems.
Stores closed.
There was also London Drugs, forced to shut down its stores for a week late April after Russian cybercriminals demanded ransom for data. London Drugs refused to pay, and the hackers released corporate data and some employee personal information. 2 weeks later, the BC First Nations Health Authority was hit by a different cyber gang, which posted to the dark web the health authority's budget, contracts, checks paid to the First Nations, and some sensitive patient information. The attacks aren't believed to be connected, but highlight a growing trend.
We need a national plan yesterday for what are we going to do about ransomware.
The cost of not having a plan geopolitically is catastrophic, given that many of the gangs have government ties.
Ransomware gangs made $1 billion last year. That's a lot of money. That money has gone to fuel Russia's military efforts in Ukraine. It has fueled North Korea's nuclear program.
The cold reality is that the cash given up not only causes societal level disruptions here, but also compromises Canadian global interests and causes world harm.